Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and this is going to be a Raid Shadow Legends video. This is massive. We are finally getting some set rebalance that we have been clamoring for years. Some of the most unused sets are getting adjusted, so we're going to go over that. We'll pull up the sets tier list and talk about if this is going to affect any of them, and then I'll also go over what's happening in game and in the Raid community. Let's get into it. Alrighty, so let's get right into the big topic of the day. Wow, some set rebalancing. So we've got Retaliation, a 2 set with a 15% chance to counterattack when hit. Now, this is going to be a lot different than the normal 4-piece set with a 35% chance. So they're more than halving it, but I think that's fair because you're taking it all the way down to a 2-piece filler set. And I've been saying this for years, is that some of these sets that are 4-piece sets, if you just move them to a 2-piece set, they would be great and they would have a role in the game. So I would like to see some of these unused 4-piece sets become 2-piece sets, and I like that trend, but it's looking like that's the only one they went in that direction with. 15%, I would have maybe gone like 2-piece, 20%, but nonetheless, it's a step in the right direction for sure, and I like it overall. And then we have the Avenging set, so nothing is changing. The 45% is perfectly normal, but it is, instead of counterattack when hit with a critical hit, it's going to be counterattack when a debuff is placed on the wearer. I think that's okay. It's an interesting direction to go. I kind of like it because the Avenging set and the Retaliation set were a little bit too similar. So I'm cool with that. I like the redesign and the rework. I'd maybe make it just a straight 50-50 chance to counterattack when a debuff is placed. I think that'd be kind of cool, but all in all, yeah, some of this stuff is interesting changes so far. Then we have the Cursed set, so a 50% chance to place a Hex debuff for 2 turns. Now that's interesting. So Cursed is the set that was doing the 75% chance of placing a 50% heal reduction, and it literally never got used. It was probably designed to be used somewhere like the Spirit Keep and some of these bosses that heal themselves, but it just was so niche that it never really got worn on any champions. But now that it places a Hex, like, there's some interesting things that could be done there, for sure, because you have like the Hex that you want to place in the Hydra to make sure you can target certain heads, and you have different situations where you would definitely want to have a consistent Hex. So it's definitely gonna be better. It's still a 4-piece set though. I would have maybe gone like a 2-piece set with a 25-30% chance. I still think I liked the original one of taking Retaliation to 2-piece, so I would have probably tried that on the Curse set, but nonetheless, it's definitely gonna have a lot more use than it did before. And then the Frenzy set is gonna be plus 5% turn meter for each debuff received, and that is a lot better because it used to be plus 10% turn meter for every 5% HP loss. I can show you that on the screen, sorry, but yeah, 10% turn meter for every 5% HP lost. And now it's going to be switching to getting less turn meter, but for each debuff received. Again, I can see the direction they're trying to go. They're trying to give some sort of value to champions that are going to get debuffed to maybe help alleviate some of the hard swings that are going on. But again, right idea, but it needs to be a 2-piece set. I would make that, I would literally just leave that the same, plus 5% turn meter for each debuff received, and take it to a 2-piece set. It's still not going to be good enough, I don't think, in terms of first reaction. I'll have to dive in and test some of the stuff for sure, but I think it would have been a great set with a cool role in the game if they made it a filler set and made it a 2-piece. But then we got the Curing set. A lot of people think this was the worst set in the game for a long time. So also restore destroyed HP to bonus healing. Now that is interesting. It does at least have a role in the game, and it has a use. So if you want to see the Curing set on screen, it didn't really change that much, just 20% bonus heal. They're just adding an effect of also restoring destroyed HP. I would make it plus 25% heal and destroy HP. If you're not going to make it a 2, it's hard. Like, something as build defining as that, like with that hard of a role, like destroying, restoring destroyed HP, you probably can't make that a 2-piece set. But I would up the healing a little bit, like 25%. I mean, it's build defining. It's 4 pieces of your gear. I would go 25% heal and also restore destroyed, because you're not always going to be having destroyed HP. You're not always going to be getting value out of that every turn. like you do with a speed set where you're just constantly getting value every time, you're not going to always restore destroyed HP. So I would go ahead and bump up the heal a little bit, but I like it overall. And then the Fury set is going to be damage increases depending on the champion's current HP. And I like that. So you're going to be getting value even if you're at full HP. This is great. This is a good step in the right direction. So 10% damage if you are healthy. And then if you're kind of above average, plus 25%. And then if you are HP 50% or lower, 50% damage. I like it. Yeah, I think this is cool because the Fury set, it used to be just the damage increases as HP decreases, and it just wasn't a big enough bonus to actually matter and actually be enough to warrant a 4-piece set. This, I mean, again, it's a 4-piece set. Like, is that gonna outscale Savage? I just or Lethal or something. Like, are you ever gonna put a damage dealer in a set like this instead of just going with Savage or Lethal? Again, I'm gonna sound like a broken record. I would have made this a 2-piece set and then halved the bonuses. So like the 10% damage, I would have gone 5. 25%, I would have went 15, and then 50, I would have went like 25 or 30, and made it a 2-piece set, and it would have been good to go. But we'll see. I mean, it is kind of cool, and I'm excited to test that one. And then Affinity Breaker. So yeah, this was like always super niche. I would only use this on like an Ashok the Wanderer in like a certain spider strategy when I don't want him to hit weak, when he's placing like the freezes and stuff, but never will use this. It's just crit damage and then a chance to turn a weak hit into a crit. So let's see what they did here. We've got the crit and then, okay, so they're just buffing the chance. So, okay, if you're leaving this a 4-piece set, it just needs to be this champion cannot weak hit. Simple. There you go. If you're leaving it a 4-piece set, give it 30% crit damage. I would also give it like 5% crit rate. And then I would just say this champion cannot hit weak. Boom. Super simple. And that would actually give it a role in the game. You are building a certain debuffer for a certain dungeon that is the wrong affinity for the team you're trying to use. You could throw them in an affinity breaker and hey, they're not going to hit weak. They're going to be a little bit more reliable on their debuffs, and they're also going to get a nice boost to their damage and all that. I think that would have been a great route to go with the set, but nonetheless, it's at least better. I still think it's not going to get used though. Like going from 20% to 50%, that's not gonna like make people rush out to start using Affinity Breaker. It's another one, again, that should be this effect as a 2-piece set, or if it's gonna stay a 4-piece, it needs to be as build defining as this champion cannot weak hit. So okay, then on the sets tier list, I'll do a dedicated video on this and we'll readjust all of these sets after I can kind of talk with more people and do some theory crafting and do some testing. We'll update the artifact sets tier list. So you can see a lot of the sets that got adjusted. They're over here. All of these trash can sets didn't get touched, I believe. Boom, 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 boom. A lot of these awful sets that we've kind of known for years are going to be the most unused sets, are at least getting looked at and getting rebalanced. This is a long overdue thing. And then what I'm going to do is kind of go through, talk with the team, and then we'll move these kind of up and disperse them where they should be ranked now after the adjustments, and we'll shake this up. And then I will let you know that thought process in a dedicated video. And then as far as stuff going on in game, we do have the anniversary tournament coming to a close, and Baron did come out on top. Now that was who I set my avatar as up there. So, you know, I don't know. The Bannerlord tournament was all right. It was probably a little bit underwhelming overall. They probably could have had a little bit more fun with it, but it was just kind of a new concept of a tournament they were trying out, which I'm fine with them trying new things in game to try and spice it up, but it definitely could have been ramped up and juiced up a little bit. Today we do have one of the craziest 10x's going on in Phrygia, one of the best, most impactful account changing champions in the game. So I think if you're close to your Void Mercy, it honestly might be worth YOLOing, because 10x events are way more impactful for Void champions than non-Void champions. So maybe give it a look if you're close to Mercy, or if you scale towards the higher spenders in the game, probably worth YOLOing for Phrygia. But for anybody that's like low to mid tier, you still want to wait probably until there's like a 2x for voids or a guaranteed summon event, because you could pull hundreds of voids and obviously not get a Phrygia. It just kind of is the RNG gods, and depending on how lucky you get on proccing the effect of the 10x. For tournaments and events, you will have a spider tournament that double dips with a dungeon divers today. This screen seems a lot bigger than normal, doesn't it? Did they change this? Seems like the my game different? Was this like an update or something? Maybe I'm losing it, but this seems like it looks a lot bigger. It's like way more in my face and like zoomed in. But anyway, you do have some coins at 1,000 points. Might be worth trying to get to that. And then 3,400 to get you the 20 essence. And it does double dip here on the events with a dungeon diver event going on. Yeah, this is way more zoomed. It has to be. I used to be able to like fit my camera off to the side. I feel like this is definitely zoomed. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. It definitely makes it bigger on the screen. So, okay. But anyway, the most notable thing here on the Dungeon Divers is probably making sure to get to the Ancient Shard at 3750 right there. And then also remembering to chain your champions enough. Take advantage of getting your 60 points a day on the Fusion warm-up event, because we will be having the Fragment Champion starting tomorrow on Thursday. And also there is a new batch of Hydra keys that should be reset to 3 out of 3 today if you want to dive in and do your Hydra runs. So is there, ooh, we have got a lot of offers in the shop. Okay, so anniversary pack 6, 400. This one's probably good for high spenders. Let's go ahead and plug it in here. Let's go ahead and pull up the offer calculator and let's do that. And what was it? It was 15. So 15 and then 200k. And it was 400 energy and then 6 void shards. Bang. And it's going to be a 1.12. So yeah, anybody that is a YOLOer, high spender, or even like upper mid spender, probably a decent pack, because void shards have a little bit boosted value right now, especially if you're going for Acrisia, but it's nothing super incredible. Oh, hey, claim a free gift. Look at that. Okay, very nice. XP. This offer would probably be like $10 if Plarium put this in a pack. So, okay, 14th anniversary gift. Thank you, Plarium. We got to give them credit when they do something nice. That was good. Okay, 14th. Oh, and an XP barrel. Oh, wow. Okay. Look at you, Plarium. All right, monthly pack. Might have to be nice to you the rest of the video here. Contender, that's not good. Oof. Is this our void offer for Acrisia? Oh, high spenders are going to be in shambles. Really? 2 for 15? Ouch. And then you only get the 6. You can only buy 12 out of the 2. That is rough. Okay, so I thought we would definitely get like some of those big void packs where it's like 24 voids for $70 or whatever, and maybe some people will get them. Sometimes it depends on the account, but in terms of what I'm seeing here on my account, the void stuff is definitely super underwhelming. But at least they did give out some pretty good gifts. Some of the best, one of the best days of gifting I've seen Plarium do. But okay, good luck on day 2 of CVC. And if you're YOLOing for Acrisia, good luck. I hope you're able to get something that contributes towards your account. It means our next CVC will be going live in just under 2 weeks. We're going to skip a week next week. And then the fragments will be starting tomorrow. So when we do tomorrow's daily wrap-up video, we will have the new fragment champion going on in game. And I'll make sure to host a poll over on the community tab of this channel so we can track how many people in the community are going after the Skinwalker fragment event. So remember to subscribe on your way out to stay in the loop on all of that. And I appreciate all of you. Have a good rest of your day. I'll see you soon in the next video. Peace.